Dave here with Half Dozen Customs. It's been about a week since I've been out in the shop working on anything. We had a bad week around here. I lost my shop dog. He was old, he was 13 years old, so we knew that his day was coming. It was just very sad because 3 weeks ago he was still doing great, running around, playing, went on walks all the time. He was a happy guy, and something happened to him, and he just went downhill. We don't know really what happened. We think maybe a stroke, but we're not sure. And he just went downhill from there. So it was a bad week. I had to tend to him and help him around in his last days and feed him steak and eggs and just make sure he was as comfortable as possible. So but we're back at it now. I missed my Saturday on the Monte Carlo, so I'm gonna spend a little bit of time today here on the Monte Carlo and see what we can get done. I got two spots at the front of this patch and the back of this patch where the old floor is still there. I gotta get that cut out of there and cleaned up. And then I got to make a small piece for the front of this patch that connects like the rear deck above the rear axle down to the structure that houses the body mount. And once I make that little piece and get it welded in, we can do a little sandblasting in here and just kind of clean up the edges where the new floor is going to meet up. And we can, I think I'm going to take some cardboard that I have here and see if I can possibly make a template. Cardboard's a little thicker than what I like to use, but at the moment it's all I got around here. But you know, let's get a template made and get a new floor patch made so we can get that installed. Then the trunk's pretty much done, other than I gotta bang out the big dent that's in the spare tire hole. We gotta clean out some of the seam sealer and caulk that somebody put in here. A little sandblasting, then we can throw some rattle can paint on it, get it seam sealed, and then eventually once the new quarters get put on, I think I'm going to rhino line the trunk, all of it. It'll hide a lot and it'll be a sound deadener and it'll look good. So, but that'll be later on down the road. Today I would just like to, you know, possibly get this patch put in, or at least ready to put in. So here we go. Thanks for joining us. So let's see what we can get done here. So there's this piece that's right here. It's spot welded in here. We gotta not gonna drill them out. They're all rotted and whatnot. I'm just gonna hit it with the grinder until we can get it off. And same thing with the front piece that's up here. So I don't know if you guys can see that from that camera, but you can from this one. So that one. Let's see if we can get some stuff sandblasted here without making a huge mess. So much for not making a mess. So I got it all sandblasted up. Opened up the shop because it was super cloudy in here. We vacuumed everything up. I'm probably gonna have to do some more sandblasting because it's pretty bad up here in this section, and it's pretty bad in this section back here where it connects to the floor braces. I cut a nice straight line across here where I did because I didn't want to get into that floor brace structure. But it looks like at these two ends I'm gonna have to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut out a little piece and we'll sandblast the floor structure underneath, and then I'll cut a piece and I'll put it in, and I'll cut a piece back here and we'll put it in. I want to keep this nice straight line so we don't have a piece of metal that's all Tetrised, trying to fit little pieces together. I want to keep that a nice straight line. And if I cut over 2 more inches and we're into the floor structure, which I don't want to be into that floor structure. So I'll just cut these 2 little pieces out. We'll sandblast underneath them, make a couple new pieces, we'll get them welded in, and then I'll make this floor patch. So let's do that. So basically the same thing that I just did, where I came in with the grinder and everything and grinded it all out, I'm going to do that same thing again. And then I'll have to sandblast the floor structure underneath. just putting a little rust proofing in the areas that are going to be under. Once I put this new metal in, I won't be able to get to it, so I'll just put a little on there so it's protected. Okay, I got that coated up. I'm happy with it being coated up. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind. I was really hoping to get somewhere with getting this floor in place, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna. Not right this minute. Alright, I guess I'll take a break and I'll let this stuff dry. Go in and eat some lunch, I guess. It's a nice day out, so hopefully it'll dry fast. I can come back out here in a couple hours and it'll be dry. Or at least dry enough that I can start welding. And you know, I could weld to this while it's wet, you know, but I think there's more chance of, you know, it when it's wet catching on fire while I'm welding, and you know, something happens and I gotta walk away and I don't realize that it's on fire, and then, you know, we got trouble. So I'd rather let it dry a little bit and not have any chances of anything catching on fire. So we'll just let this go, and I'll go eat some lunch, I guess. Wasn't exactly in my plans, but can't win them all. Looks like I gotta cut this guy back out a little further here. I see a hole. Alright, well, is what it is.
Catchphrase.
You know, just little bit more that's getting fixed that will just make it that much better. So I can't wait to be done with this floor and move on to the outside of the car. We got a long ways to go before that happens, but each day I work on it, I am getting a little closer. So stay tuned. Thanks for joining us. I'm out.
That's how